This short video is about systems thinking. As you view the video, please begin to reflect on your own experiences and how it might impact what you do and how you think. Let's begin with some definitions. What is a system? It is any collection of two or more interacting parts, or an interdependent group of items forming a unified whole. Yet, a system can be quite complex, with many interacting parts. It is difficult, if not impossible, to predict the behavior of the system based on a knowledge of its component parts. Healthcare, for example, is a complex system. The Institute of Medicine, in their 1999 report, To Err is Human, reminds us that healthcare is probably the most complex of all human endeavors. In a complex system, there is an increased chance of something going wrong. Hence, system thinking is the linking domain of health system science, which is the proposed third pillar of medicine, in addition to clinical science and biomedical science. Systems thinking is the actual study of how systems work, or system science, within the study of how we think, or our cognition. Einstein is attributed with having indicated that the problems we have created in the world will not be solved by the level of thinking that created them. Please take a moment and clasp your hands, interlacing your fingers naturally, in just the way that Einstein is pictured. Think about how this feels. Now, reclasp your hands by shifting over by one finger. How does this feel? Now, please fold your arms the way you would if you were bored, with one arm naturally falling on top of the other. Take a moment and look at your arms. Notice which is on top. Is this comfortable? Does it feel normal? Please uncross your arms and fold them again, the other way, with the other arm on top. How does this feel? Does it feel different? What did you notice? Is it comfortable or awkward, or does it make you feel more alive or better? The physical feeling of being uncomfortable, such as when we cross our arms in a non-habitual manner, can compare with cognitive and emotional experiences when we are thinking and learning something new. How does our need to be comfortable and secure and to avoid feeling awkward potentially get in the way of our thinking and learning? Would you agree that the times of greatest growth often occur when we step out of our comfort zones? Let's take a moment and review the brief history of systems thinking. It actually originated with just general systems theory. In 1928, biologist Ludwig von Bertalanffy was credited with thinking about systems and their inputs and outputs and the environment, and it became a theory that proposed that complex systems share some basic organizing principles, regardless of their purposes. Over the years and across disciplines, systems theory evolved into systems thinking. It morphed with Peter Senge's fifth discipline. The 5 disciplines include personal mastery, mental models, building a shared vision, team learning, and systems thinking that links all of the components together. In personal mastery, it refers to leadership or knowing oneself, seeing a whole picture rather than individual parts. It sees oneself as part of the system. It goes wide and uses peripheral vision. Mental models are those in which we are aware of and consider how models create our futures. They make systems visible through causal maps and so forth. Think about your own community health center in building a shared vision. What motivates your organization and what motivates you? How does your team share in this vision? Team learning refers to interprofessional practice within healthcare. And systems thinking, again, is the interconnectedness, how all of the parts work together for the whole. The Waters Foundation created a model called Habits of a Systems Thinker. And with each of the visuals, the individual seeks to understand a bigger picture and how those elements might change over time, how they generate patterns and trends. It recognizes that a system structure can generate its behavior. It creates mental models and other habits that go along with developing the skills of becoming a systems thinker. What do we mean, however, with mental models? A systems thinker considers how mental models affect current reality and the future. A systems thinker is aware of how beliefs and attitudes influence perspectives and actions. A systems thinker focuses on the forest rather than on the details of a single tree. Consider the examples and questions in the iceberg. Some questions to ask focus on the balance between the big picture and the important details, as well as the time frame and areas of influence to consider within a system. Thinking and understanding. Thinking involves two activities. The first is to construct mental models and then to simulate them, to draw conclusions and make decisions. Understanding is the concept of a single unit within a complex system, as it requires more information than is available through sensory experience alone. It's built on past experiences and knowledge. For example, a single unit, such as a tree in the forest or an auto, is not just the sum of their parts.